Welcome back to another Song of Ice and Fire battle report. This is the third round of the Lords of the North American TTS event. Once again, I am playing my Victarion Greyjoy list, again into Targaryens, this time led by Mother of Dragons. The game mode was Feast for Crows. So I'll quickly go through the two lists, give my thoughts on my plan for the game, both in terms of the mission and also my opponent. And then we'll watch the game, and I'll have a bit of a debrief on my thoughts afterwards. So, my Victarion Greyjoy list, if you've watched the last two games, again, it's the same Victarion Greyjoy list. I'm liking this list. Good chance that I run it for the fourth round too, but we will see. So, a bit of list chickening here. I had thought about possibly using my other list because my opponent's other list, which you won't see, was a 6 activation Drogo list that was double vets and blood riders with Recaro in the one of the vets and a Screamer Co in the other one. It was a very highly aggressive list. Didn't actually have that much anti-armor, so I had been considering Asha, but realistically I thought aggression was going to be more important. I had thought he might go for that list because Feast for Crows is such a slow scoring game, and that he might have just adopted the I'm going to just use that heavy hitting list and just murder my opponent. I know he had used that in the past in this tournament and a similar one in other tournaments, and likes that just murder the opponent playstyle, which in Feast for Crows is actually a solid way to go, in which case I would just need to try and kill back, be able to, I get one of my units back, and then, being able to keep scoring off of the dead piles. But that's not the list pairing we got. We got his Mother of Dragons, which we'll see, which was 8 activations, so swap me being the under-activating one. So my Victarion Greyjoy list, if you haven't watched the 2 previous battle reports, it's Victarion Greyjoy in Silence Men. It's a classic pairing. Hits hard, hits really hard. Semi-durable with some healing, but realistically it's more about just punching through. And hey, if it dies, if it's the first one, Baelor brings them back. Spoiler, Baelon's in the list. I have my House Harlaw Reapers with Theon. Again, I've been enjoying this pairing quite a bit. Getting them to charge in helps deal with some of the mobility issues. It means I don't need to use Rush of Aggression on my second attacking unit. I can save all my Rush of Aggression for Victarion or maybe the Cavalry. And the healing pairing with him works nice. Aaron and with them has been a nice little blender in terms of healing, so they've been solid. I've been liking them. We then have Ironborn Bowmen with Baelor. Baelor helps increase their output with the boldness and courage, giving them that nice 7/6/5, which is a nice, that's Skyreach Bowman. They don't hit as well, and they don't have the attack abilities. But, the 7/6/5 is much better than 6/5/4. And the unyielding really helps it. So they can take a hit and keep going. Not well, but, you don't lose the unit instantly if someone touches them. And then the Hedge Knights, I have a hard time not playing with Cav. They're good. They're fairly strong hitting. The Glory Seeker helps them stay alive. And, Victarion's cards can make them have an insanely reliable threat range, so that's nice. Baelon NCU because getting a free 7 or 6 point unit back is great. Roderick Harlaw because Victarion has some key cards, both Assault Orders to get those charge off the zone, and also Rush of Aggression. Very important to help, kill, which is a lot of what he wants to do. Sometimes you might also do this to cycle, specifically trying to get something like What is Dead May Never Die if you know you're about to lose a unit. Because it is start of any turn, you can try and make this gamble if it's a crucial thing. And then Aaron, just to get some extra healing. With the amount of actions Victarion list can put out, I find he's really good. With Theon getting that swift retreat, where the retreat itself is an action, so you can charge in, heal. If you're, assuming you have some damage, charge, heal, attack, do at least, if for each rank you do, heal, and then retreat away, heal. Even if you don't get the Prey on Fear from the Reapers, good amount of healing. In this matchup, I didn't expect a lot of Prey on Fear given the main threat that I'd be engaged with being dragons. My opponent went for a Mother of Dragon list. So he has mod in a cheap unit that is the Brazen Beasts. This is a fun unit. The Sentinel makes it so even if you are sacrificing her action to give attacks to the dragons, when the dragons get attacked, she can get the move or even charge thanks to the Sentinel. Brazen Beasts aren't particularly durable, but if they're kind of just hanging around, maybe grabbing an objective here, maybe they're just trying to jump in and do that last bit of chip damage, is really helpful for the dragons. One thing with dragons that I find is they can do a good hit at the beginning. Sometimes they have a hard time finishing units because their damage kind of drops off. If they're relying on the opponent failing panic to really get the final kill in, it can be a bit swingy. My opponent then has Drogon and Rhaegal as his two dragons. This is, in my mind, the correct dragons. Giving out weakens, great, helps keeps your dragons alive. Giving out panics helps get the extra damage through on the dragons. Poor Viserion vulnerable is not as useful when your main attacking things are dragons because you don't need. So it's a bit unfortunate that it's such a case, but it's the right dragons. My opponent then brought Jorah Mormont. He's a cheap activation, also helps get those extra cards. Mod has some very good cards now, really help the dragons do what they want. And he's a decent objective sitter. Now, in Feast for Crows, he can be risky. He's going to be definitely sitting beside a corpse file. And because for some reason he only has 3 wounds, he is at risk of failing a panic test. Finally, my opponent brought a unit of Dothraki Hrothgars. For 4 points, they're very solid. They don't hit particularly hard, but they can do that again, help finishing off a unit, which dragons like. They're fast, and they're cheap. Really, that's the thing. They're good for helping finish off a unit attacked by dragons, and they're cheap and fast. So there's not much more to say. NCU-wise, my opponent brought Miri. Helps 1 heal, and also give out Weaken and Panic. Weakens help protect your dragon. Panic helps the dragon attacks get through. Exactly what we said with Drogon and Rhaegal. She's amazing. Being able to do that little bit of healing is nice, and the tokens that you want for this list. Quaithe is, some people like Quaithe, some people don't. For the dragon, she's particularly nice. This really is there to help you. If your opponent is telegraphing they are going to attack with this unit. Maybe it's their last action of the game. Maybe it's the first action you need to save your dragon or unit. You play Quaithe, one of her 2 tokens, and say, hey, if this unit does an action, I get to do a retreat. If no matter what they declare, you're going to get to retreat or negate their attack, so it's pretty great. Finally, hit Tycho. Just a heal 5 on a stick. Great when you're using a unit like dragons, who are relatively low wounds with only 8. And when you have something like Fire Made Flesh, making it so they essentially have resilience, those extra 5 wounds that can be spread out however you want between units is very useful. So, going into this game, what were my thoughts? Feast for Crows can be a very slow scoring game until people start killing. My goal was choose an objective. That's my objective. Bunker up. Now, we do have the same number of on-field points, so that means at some point, somebody is going to need to do something. If we both just sit on objectives and score, it'll be a draw, a true draw, which we don't want. So part of it is hoping to provoke your opponent to get into it, because the last thing I want to do is charge in a unit and have them killed, essentially, and then be behind. So thoughts of how to provoke an opponent for me going into this. I have Bowman. He has no range. So if I can kind of pepper with arrows, Hrothgars are weak. If I can pepper Hrothgars or Jorah with arrows, maybe that can do something. Even peppering the Brazen Beast. Peppering dragons probably won't be that effective. If he chooses to come in and charge my dragons, they're going to survive. My Bowmen with something like dragons, they're going to survive 1 attack, right? Like they aren't going to die instantly. And then I can come back with the Reapers and or Silencemen. The other route that I have to try and get ahead is Jorah. If I can crown zap Jorah off of the field, which isn't, it's not great odds, but he is only morale 4 with a crown that's 5. If he's near corpse pile without a tree, that's 6. If I can do that, get a panic token on first, and get him to reroll into that 3, and I can kill Jorah. then suddenly the momentum will shift. I My opponent will then have to come to me because he'll have less points on field. Now, am I going to rely on that? No. I think the real thing is have someone on the objective, maybe Pepper. If my opponent does not seem like he's going to start coming towards me, then I start pushing my wall. And by my wall, I mean I'll keep my bowmen on the objective, and then push that wall of silence men, reapers, and hedge knights, and just threaten him. Uh, any of those three units, especially the Silence Men and Hedge Knights, can provide a very real threat to the dragons. They can all definitely threaten Jorah, the Hrothgars, and the Brazen Beast. And because of Rush of Aggression, if I can get it when I need, I can really threaten to just get a good solid punch in. If I can charge one of his units that's already activated using Assault Orders, and then still have my activation to finish them off, I can, again, get that kill and get ahead. The other option is if for some reason he does kill one of my infantry units, I can then try and camp, respond them back with Baelor, but then also camp that objective against. Now I'm scoring 2 points instead of 1. So those are thoughts going in, and we will see how it goes. Okay, the stream is live. Let's do some fun Targ versus Greyjoy action.
All right.
2 weeks in a row. You know what? I like it. There was a period, especially during like the last set of like team tournaments, where I was playing Martells in like every game. I was playing as Martells, and then my team kept pairing me against Baratheons. I had like 4 out of 5 games against Baratheons, so like for the purpose of the matchup, it was great for me. For the purposes of variance, not so much. Okay, let me just load my list. Okay. Cool. Stream is live. Go. Just change my dice. Not a House Lannister. Canadian. Cool. So, how do you pronounce your name? Goreshde? Goreshde?
Yep.
Some nice targs. Are you the only American in this North American event, or
I have
one of
no
the
idea.
few? One of the few.
Yeah.
You went with your mod list. I was expecting to need to face the Drogo murder ball.
I
had
this quite a lot.
I had a feeling. I had this feeling that you were just gonna be like, well, there's only 2 objectives on the field. I can just play the murder game instead. But you went with mod, which I do like. New mod's cool. I don't think much of her, but new mod and Brazen Beasts, Drogon, Rhaegal, Jorah, Raki, Hrothgars, good old Tycho, Miri, and Quaithe. Cool. And then I have my Victarion list that I've run every round so far.
Okay.
I don't know if you have any questions about it. It's fairly straightforward. Just Dick and Silence Men, because giving them Vicious is very good. Theon and Reapers to give them the ability to run away, and Baelor Bowmen to make them maybe survive 2 hits. And then Hedge Knights, because I can't. Playing without Cav feels bad for me, because I've come from like a year of solid Martells, and yeah. And then Balon, because who doesn't bring Balon? And then Roderick.
What about his nerf though? He's so much less powerful now.
I know. When I come back, I won't have my pillage tokens. I'll just need to immediately charge someone again and get them back.
Yeah.
And then Roderick and Aaron. But you do not have that many pillage tokens for me, so I might not get too many. Cool. Are the objectives supposed to be out before deployment? I always forget. Before terrain. Yes, because they deploy when the piles deploy. Cool. So what do we have out? We have precision and healing. Ooh.
Yep.
One of those things is not equivalent to the other.
Yep. One of them is much better.
Clearly, we're all going to fight for the precision pile.
It's mine.
Okay. If you're ready, I am ready to roll.
All right. We're rolling for train.
Rolling for train. A 1.
4. Oh, yeah, first.
I actually have not faced new Rockars. So,
Their points are pretty good.
they are.
So I'm forcing this list because I finished painting it like last week, and I think playing it for U.S. Nationals. So I just want to see how I can do.
Oh, that's good. Good, get the practice in.
Yeah, I care. Spoiler alert: I care more about U.S. Nationals in this tournament. So
That is completely reasonable. If I was going to U.S. Nationals, I would too.
yeah,
Unfortunately, 2 years in a row, I just can't. I'm trying to hopefully we're gonna start a push for Canadians trying to go to Invitational, and I'm gonna try and raise enough money that I can justify going to that. And if I did U.S. Nationals, there's no way I could justify that. So the problem with being stuck all the way on this side of the ocean, all those Europeans can travel to each other's tournaments so much more easily, and for like so much cheaper. I don't know how it is in the States as much, but flights in Canada are just, it would be pretty much cheaper for me to fly to Europe than fly out west from Toronto.
all right, that's going to go there.
Cool. Sweet. Outside a bog, you say? What if I put a? You do realize they don't need to be 6 inches
Oh
away from these, I
no, I
don't
did not.
think,
6 inches.
or maybe they do actually. Am I crazy? Yeah,
Oh,
no,
you're
no,
right.
it's just within one. So if you want, you can change.
Yeah, my whole goal was to prevent exactly what you're trying to do. There we go.
Yeah, this is the weird mission where
Yeah, I got a COVID booster yesterday, and it's kicking my ass hard. So
good, I have an advantage. I'm
yeah,
exhausted and didn't sleep much last night, so that's a good, that'll balance. Uh, 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 Aha. Let me just put this tree that's only here to help this pile.
yep.
Those are good, and we're good there. Cool. There's no terrain away from the table edge in this one, right? Nope. Just cool. Here you go. It's funny. My first two games. So my first two games of this event are my first two games as Greyjoys in like probably like a year. Uh, and I immediately just both games I just drop bogs because I'm so used to Martells where I just always drop all the bogs.
Why do you like bogs much in Martell?
Um, because
There.
my main plan and strength in Martells is usually try and mitigate my opponent's damage and then just be fast. And
Okay.
uh, I can be fast when I do, like, even with bogs, I can be fast. And if I really need to go over bogs with reroll, like I always have skirmishers. So worst case,
True.
I can scout openings to get my rerolls back.
Yeah. There we go.
That's my general bog thought with them. Like especially because I use High Hermitage Sentinels, so if they're marching, it's like, oh no, I'm only marching
Or
13 inches. 6.
your choice.
Oh. This is a dilemma. The sides are fairly equal. You have one more drop than me. I will. Hmm, I will do. I'll do turn order. You can pick sides.
I think I want that side.
Cool.
Swap side. Ready train objectives.
Yep. And the objective switch. Cool. And we can ready train. Let's do objectives too. They move, but we can unlock them after.
Yeah.
Just makes it easier.
Yep.
I assume you're going to choose that I start deploying first.
Yep, let's do that.
What a surprise. You do have outflank, but if you want to throw Hrothgar's into my force,
In the middle of your army? It'll be great. It's perfect play.
Oh yeah, you don't have the deploy button. Boom, got it ready. Okay, we will just do some archers right there.
This is now looking at this is a terrible snare for my objective for my people. Oh shit! No, not what I wanted. Oh well. So I don't have like a good take and hold a spot unit.
You have expendable smaller units though.
Do
You can just put Jorah over on a corpse pile.
I sure can. And watch as one morale test kills them, which is what George loves doing.
He like if he's at 4 points, he should have a wound per point. Like I appreciate they gave him the hand size.
Yeah, I mean he was at 3 points. I don't think he was good, but he was good just because he's a 3 point pass token. So
yeah, he was a 3 point pass token, but you were okay kind of risking losing a point and an activation from a bad panic check. But
yeah,
4 points, yeah, he needs an extra. He really needs extra ones.
or limit his morale hits to like 2. I don't know. I think he's the worst 4 point solo cav in the game, but I'm trying him out.
I think he definitely. I think he might. I think in some ways, I think he has some play in Drogo just because he can ride by attack. There is interesting, and Drogo likes making sure he gets assault orders.
Yeah,
Just checking.
sure.
Jakaris should not a charge.
In at Adepticon, my one game on the stream table, I decked myself, and my 2 assault orders were card 19, card 20.
See, and that's why whenever I play a Victarion list, I bring Roderick.
Yeah.
Roderick is so good when you're in using a deck.
I'm surprised I don't see Wyndham here.
Do you know what?
Just for the range.
So I think Wendemir. I think I think we're starting to see him again more.
Yeah.
I think he was suffering from use and nerf fatigue, where he was in every single Greyjoy list for so long.
Yeah.
And then he got nerfed. And whenever something gets nerfed, even if it's like not a huge nerf, unless there's something like Baelor where they're like stupid powerful.
Yeah.
Whenever something gets nerfed, there's a natural
inclination not use it.
Yeah, there's a natural inclination to be like, especially if you've been using it constantly, to be like, I'm going to move away from this, right? I have some theories that Oberyn NCU is still kind of suffering from that in Martell's.
I mean, Princess Leia is still used all the time. She's still 100% pick rate whenever I see Martell played.
Who?
The remove condition.
Oh yeah, a lot. Well, that's because a lot they need the condition removal. But Oberyn NCU got more severe nerf. But I think Wendemir is starting to recover from that. The Greyjoy NCU lineup also just got significantly better. So
yeah,
that also helps.
Like 4 super rock solid NCUs last time I was playing them.
Well, and they have like solid NCUs that are varied, right? Like you have cool NCUs that really can boost your survivability. Then they have like tech piece NCUs that like will turn off abilities when needed. Oh, do I want to go further right? Dragons reposition really quickly.
Nothing to worry about. Just a little dragon breath on you. So, question: when you bring a unit back with Balon, do cards that attached to them come with them?
No, they return as they were deployed.
Okay.
So anything that is on them, so like attachments stay. Do I want to go here or do I want to go over to the right? I'll go here. Sure, we'll go here. Yeah.
Oh shit.
I was tempted to just put Victarion over there, be like, but then I'd just be sitting on an objective by myself all game.
Yeah, having your serious unit but alone on an island, I'll
That's
take
not
that.
fun. See, this is why like I'm so used to Martells, where they're not outflanking. Martells, it's like I just will drop my skirmishers and be like, I would have just dropped skirmishers here and be like, oh, yes, you aren't putting Jorah there, and then first
Yeah.
turn, if I didn't want to actually go here, be like, I'll pivot and march 14 inches over here. Oh, look, I'm fine again. Okay, we're all ready to go. Good luck. Have a good game.
Deck.
I need to
That's
get
not
my pass tokens.
fun.
Yeah, thrown off because I've been on the other side, I think, every game. I've been out activated in everything. Oh wow, you have two armies now. Oh what? Oh.
Dude, I had a 40 card deck. I thought this was easier. Squeeze the 40 card deck sounds, probably should fix that. All right, we're good now.
Okay, let me see. What cards did I draw? Oh, turn on stream mode. There. Much better. Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 I will take first turn.
Okay.
I will start, and I will activate Mr. Aaron.
Sure.
He will take the envelope.
Okay.
He will draw two. Okay. And I get to put a token somewhere. Weakening guys doesn't really matter. Vulnerabling those guys is fun. I'm gonna panic Jorah.
All right. I will.
Let's see what type of game it is.
Grab Tycho, go here, and I'll move Drogo on up 6.
Oh yeah, sorry. I need to put Aaron onto a unit. I'm gonna put Aaron onto Theon's unit. I will activate Roderick. And I'm going to take the crown. Let's try it before he gets inside that range. So is it 5 up? Got him. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't even need the panic token. I'm sorry. Oh, I feel bad.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Oh, Jorah doing Jorah things.
Yeah. I'll pass quick.
Okay. Oh wow. Wow.
That hurt.
Oh my gosh, I have pass tokens now.
You do have 2 pass tokens.
And we're equal activations. That's nice. I'm actually going to use a pass token.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Alternate side objective sitter.
Yep, exactly. That hurt so much.
Yeah. I apologize for the laughter, but it's one of those things where sometimes it's the shock. It's like, okay, yeah. I do need to be careful. Dragons auto charge 13. Essentially, threatening. I am going to activate Bowmen. And they will march. Their morale is what we call god awful. Let me just store them. I might be able to, if I march my full 10, I may be able to pivot into. Can you put your hand over the weirwood tree for me? Let me just see if I think. Yeah, if they pivot, they will get inside. Right? Okay. We'll just Actually, do you know what? Do you mind actually? Third.
Mm.
I don't want to block Victarion, so I'll risk being in sadness. I think that will get them just outside. Yeah.
Stay outside. Take that. Ooh, I don't want you to have that right away. Man, also turn one. Boy, does that suck. It's now
Yeah.
like a whole positioning battle.
Yeah,
I'm
no, it's a
down.
huge difference for the positioning battle. It essentially means instead of us being tied activations for 2 rounds and then you being up, it's I'm up for 2 rounds. Like my last game, the first 2 rounds, my opponent was pretty sure just like stalling out until I ran out of pass tokens.
Yeah. So their speed 5. So your max start range is what? 5 plus
Sorry, for
the,
who?
these guys,
Yeah,
16.
so 5. So yeah, the max they can do is 16. They auto charge 11. And then
Oh, what is my
Theon can auto charge 12.
yeah?
In my deck, I have auto charge 6 cards as well.
Yep.
Just don't like that type of gotcha. So just I know you've
What's
played them, but
my second game ever with them was at a tournament, and it was a terrible idea taking my second game ever in the tournament. My lists were horrendous, and I had a miserable time throughout because of it. That was a hubris. That was me thinking I was better than I was. Can make it work? No, you are not sort of God. You have mortal limits. 1708. Yeah, whatever. This is fine. Rhaegal's there.
cool. I will. Like there's nothing I can really do. If you really want to get into me, you'll get into me. So let's activate Theon. March. You know what? He actually might not march. I think he's gonna maneuver. 6. I do like them being fast. It's funny, like before this event, like last time I played Greyjoys was like the old pillage mechanic. They weren't very good, and then I came back and was like, oh, this is scary stuff. Okay, here we go.
Uh, mm,
Considering a long bomb charge.
I want to make sure my sentinel got inside of it.
Makes sense.
Oh
If
yeah.
you want to be in check long range, hit it again. If you hit it twice, it gets the actual long range. Otherwise, one is just the shooting version.
I don't really want to see that point as well. Oh, that makes come a millhouse already.
Yeah, when the third turn of the game Jorah dies, it's not
Yeah.
ideal.
It's like I painted him up, and I'm very happy that I painted it up. So
Do you know what? It's funny. I also just recently painted him. But I'm actually trying. I'm trying him. I want to try him in as commander.
Oh yeah, I'm upset that like I think he'd work really well with Outriders, but for whatever reason they're like, what if we don't let his opportunist work with range attacks?
Yeah,
Whereas
they
like
changed both of
both
them.
one do.
Yeah, Theon lost it too in Greyjoys.
Like, but the Bolton ones have it. Other people have it. It annoys me that there's no like It's not set, right? It's not. There's no
Did they?
consistency.
I didn't realize anyone kept it being
Range, yeah.
yeah. Oh, interesting.
Outside of Theon and Jorah, I think everyone else does range.
Interesting. I like him for if you want to play like a less kill focused Dothraki that's more like tricksy while also still killing because they just always can kill. Oh, so they're done. You're just Drogon. Eh? Oh, and you have Miri.
Oh yeah.
I was to march on up to here. You're definitely gonna get me flank, but sorry, I just want to check before I finalize. I just want to make sure that I need solos. I need to remember the solos are tricksy. I don't want you to be able to charge the flank and not be seen by Theon.
There you go.
Yeah, actually, wouldn't even fit there. Cool. Yeah, I'll just activate and go there. And these guys should not be weakened. Okay, you're go.
Yeah. Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Start turn, Daniel will weaken your silenceman. Martin long range.
Sure. Yep.
And you can go.
Yeah, I need to remember about that good old threaten.
Yeah. I shut out tokens these days.
Yeah. Which is it's funny, right? Like Targs for the longest time just like their whole thing was that they didn't have tokens.
What do I do? I think I go here and I replace effect, and I'll panic weaken your Cav.
Sure. Makes sense. I'm going to activate these guys. Shuffle like so.
Okay.
6x4 Motley on Sentinel.
Okay. The other waste. Nah, it's not really a waste. Such this is how it respawn. So I go here. Just gotta think this through. Start turn effects. I've got one to you.
I do not.
Swift repo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is why losing Jorah sucks so much, because now I've got to worry about swords, and before I could just deliver a dragon and be fine.
It's true. Well, you chose to take bags instead of swords.
Well, to be fair, I needed horses to make sure I have swift reposition active for more distance. Jorah's a 4, so I think in general it's worth the risk. Unfortunately, not everything worth the risk always pays out.
How far are we?
I think I need a 2 to get you.
Might be. You already. Oh, you haven't done the maneuver yet. So we're
I'm
yeah,
a
14. So yeah, you need a 2.
Alright. You know what? This is going to be a 1, and it's going to be fine. And I'm just going to.
No, you've already got
No.
your awful luck out of the way.
How dare you? Oh, okay, I'm in.
You made it. Now you're gonna roll 2. You're gonna roll 4 1s though.
One can only hope. My first attack ever with the dragon was Snake Eyes followed by Snake Eyes, so I'm pretty good at dragon.
That's pretty awful. Okay.
Hits. So 3 plus.
Who do you want to panic?
That same fuse I'm attacking.
Okay.
There we go. 4.
And 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Panic at -2.
So an 8.
Yes, I have no pillage yet.
I'll reroll the 6.
Oh, yeah, that was a pass. Oh, okay. That's now I feel mean.
Yeah.
My go.
Start of turn, I have effect.
Let me just make sure I don't have any start of turn effects. I do not. Your go.
Quaith. I will be quaithing Theon's units.
You're going to be quaithing Theon's units. So you get to do a
retreat, move, or march if they do any action. You declare your action, then I declare what action I want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, which means I probably just don't get any action.
That's correct.
Interesting. I don't like this.
Fair, I thought I'd do a lot more damage. That was the minimum amount of damage possible with the dragon.
Yeah, it was. It was unfortunate. Okay. I will activate Baelor. I will take the sword.
Okay.
I will play Assault Orders. And,
Okay.
and I'll play Rush of Aggression to
Nice.
auto charge in.
Nice.
Come over to check something. I was going to punch you and run away, but you decided to do it. Although, actually, realistically, I probably should have, because you're going first next turn, but that's okay. I don't get the vulnerable bad part of this. I do get the crit blow, but I do not have any rerolls.
Yep.
I still have 7 dice. Crit blows on 3s, and I am weakened. Which is the most dangerous time to be. You're very happy you weakened me.
Yeah.
I just assume we're weakening that. Oh yeah, only 4 hits.
4 on 6 is your center, right?
Yep. Oh, and you're vulnerable from Victarion charge.
I take 4.
Okay, and then a panic at -2 from Vicious.
Panic at -2 from Vicious. So I'm a 6.
This token's not on yet, but it will be. Fail
My
for.
path.
What?
Oh, you're vicious. Nope.
I'm
I
vicious.
failed for
You're an 8. Sorry, when you said I'm a 6, I thought you meant like your base.
Oh boy.
Cool. And I'll get 1 pillage token from that.
Yeah.
That.
I will. I'm playing Sudden Retreat.
Oh, cool.
No, this is not going how I planned it at all.
Do you want to roll the retreat?
I should. Spectators can reroll if I want. 3. Yeah, I'll reroll that.
5. Where are you going?
Wait, 6 plus 5 is 11.
Mm-hmm.
Go this way.
Cool. I'll just pivot to face.
We are. We should have gone straight back then. Oh well.
That's still 3-up charge. I don't like 3-up charges.
I mean, I feel like at this point I have to start taking big chances to come back in this game.
Nah, you did. You hurt Reaper. Okay. I had first turn, so I need to decide cards first. I will get rid of Blessed with Stone, Blessed with Steel. And it had a terrible trigger. That's one thing I don't like about Greyjoys. I don't like the trigger. I think of cards. Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. Cool. And I'll draw 1.
Alright, I'm gonna remove both my cards, and I'll draw 3. Only 3.
Cool.
Worst. Alright. Come on. There we go. Oh my god.
Okay. You have first go.
Yeah.
1 second. Do you have start of turns?
Start of the turn. Yeah. Sorry for entering. I'll weaken over here again.
Okay. I'm going to use a Roderick token.
Okay. Cycle.
I'm going to cycle. By cycle, I mean put to the side and shuffle them back in after. I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put Raiding Call off to the side and draw 2. And then put Raiding Call back in the deck. Okay. Here we go. Someone to swords.
Yeah, it's going to be Quake the Swords. Boy, I'm really tempted to do some stupid stuff though. But Dusty Dragon.
Quaith is just 2 tokens, right?
Correct. Yep.
Cool.
Hits. So 2 plus this, and Panic the same unit again.
Yeah.
So 4 this time.
4. And Panic on an 8 again.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get greedy and reroll everything.
Everything. I'm sorry.
It's dice.
This feels like this. This feels like bullying.
I want to start a turn. I have an effect.
Okay, I do as well. Start a friendly turn. I am going to play the Iron Price. I'm going to play it on these guys and remove their weakened.
I'm just going to remove the weakened token. Okay.
They don't get pillage, so yep, just removing the weakened.
I'll use Danny's once per game to discard that and tutor.
Cool. You're going to draw the You Stay Alive card.
What? No. How would I do that? Then I have to think about whether I want to also do Tycho's once per game to heal Danny for 5.
That is true.
I think the answer is yes, I do. I just don't want to lose Danny so early in the game. And then they were weakened from Danny because I started turning
Oh,
shift
yeah.
left.
So, I'm sorry. I thought you were going to put it on. My bad.
I think I do Tycho, my 5-point units. Oh, wonderful.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to decide who wants to activate. I want to try and stay alive. That's the best chance to stay alive. And that would be, we'll activate Aaron,
Okay.
put him on the bag, and we'll just heal 3, and he will influence.
Okay. Oh boy. Not killing that unit. 2 taps in the dragon, real bad. Um. I resolve. So you're right now your morale 5 up to 7.
Hmm?
They're up to 7 from that. What is it? Your morale is 7 down to a 5.
Yeah.
My efficiency is 7.
Yeah. And you take a wound if I pass.
Yeah. I think I just throw my dragons in and hope for the best. Yep. Alright. Mr. Dragons auto in.
No.
Ooh, no, we're not. I need to roll 1.
No, you need to not roll a 1.
You just you wait. Oh, I need to roll 2 actually. 5, 10, 12, 13. Oh no, you're right. I need to roll 2. Yep. We're good. No, don't roll 1. Just always said pivot down. Alright, let's go in for the charge.
Sure.
Oh shit.
Oh,
They're just hopping excited.
there you go. Oh, he's in. What are the odds?
Now, who hits harder between the 2 units? 6 dice, vicious on 3s, 7 dice, thundering. Oh, I think I'd rather weaken the hedge knights.
Hey, but they're vicious. They might.
Yep.
Well, you need to
I
hit.
will kill him.
You need to hit first.
Oh,
You're gonna hit, but just.
or I've double snaked before. There we
You're,
go.
okay. Okay. Hedge knights are weakened.
All right, and then 2 plus this many.
2 plus that many.
5.
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panic on a 7.
Yep. We did it.
4, 3.
2. You're on resolve.
Oh,
Just 2.
yes, thank you. 1, 2. Okay, they're in trouble. We don't like that. That was they're activated.
Correct.
We will activate Roderick.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the horse. My
Sure.
horses will retreat.
Okay.
They can go 9.
Drogon needs you to crit fail a panic test for that to matter, which that unit doesn't fail panic tests, nothing to worry about. Alright, let's go there. Make sure you can't sneak in my flank. Make no like. Alright. Start turn effect. I'll play Swift Reposition.
Sure.
Just to move back to. You have your card, your auto again. Whatever. It happens.
Yep. Yep.
And oh, because I got greedy. I went crazy with attacks. I didn't control the board.
Yep. You lost the.
Felt like it's worth it to stop them from
Just
wrecking me so hard.
ramming Drogon in the side. Yeah. Yeah. I dropped the removing weakened on them too soon. I got.
So Tycho passes. I give you letters. You want to save Baelon to resurrect if necessary.
Resurrect.
Oh, so weird. They have not activated. They did use their order. Wrong buttons there.
Mm. You could move. Are these guys in 12? Oh.
Yeah.
I
You
thought
have that card
I
again.
thought I thought you swift repoed out. Yeah, that's why I brought.
No, I was 1 inch short because
because I took
I
the
didn't have
horse.
horses.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm going to grab this with Ms. Dairy. Force Balon's hand. I'll heal 1. I'll put a weaken over here, and I'll draw 2 cards.
Okay. Well, I do love forcing you to lose activations. We will activate Balon.
Okay.
I'll take the crown. I will play We Do Not Sow. And I will target these fine fellows.
Sure.
They will declare an attack, which will cause them to heal 1 from Aaron. And they will attack you with 6 dice. And 3's weakened. Would you like to weaken?
And you hit with 3 of them?
Yep. Oh, sorry. If you don't mind, sorry. 1 second. I'm going to adjust.
It's moving. You must be on something. All right, I'm gonna hit this. Hit the done button right away. Oh shit.
Okay, here you press it. Press it. Done. Oh no, no, done. There.
Okay,
That's weird. I don't. There's nothing under them, so I'm not sure what it is. Are you weakening me or no?
Yeah, I'll weaken you.
Okay. Still 3.
Perfect weak. 3 on 4s.
Yep. Watch out, that vicious. You could fail.
Yeah.
And then I healed it.
I did lose a dragon due to crit fail. U.S. Nationals 3. Yeah,
okay,
perfect.
Dude, your dice.
Dragon's Fire Made Flash. I'll just take 1.
Okay.
I will trigger Sentinel.
Oh shoot, yeah, she can.
It's a long ass charge though. 6, yeah.
You can't charge me.
I know, but I can make my best to go over there.
Getting into the danger zone. Oh, and
No.
Tycho is lost.
6, 1, 2, 3. On a 4 up, I hit you with a charge.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy. Can't really pivot around that. I'm going to just go fucking crazy because I feel like I need to make big swings to get back into it. Yeah.
So they're activating.
Yeah. 1, 2,
Okay.
3.
You know, I'm so used to playing Martells that I always ask if someone's active. I'm like, "Are you activating? Let me make you temporarily afraid."
So I will declare my charge, needing a measly 4.
Sure.
Almost rolled a panic die. That would not have been good. Guaranteed failure.
You're
I'm
in.
in.
Excellent.
Ooh, not great.
I am in your flank though.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Cool.
I will go for. You don't have abilities I give a shit about on defense.
No.
Um.
So 7 on 4
So
is crit blow.
so 7 dice needing 4s. Critical
Blow.
blow. Um. And you, I'll give myself Thundering. Why not? With Fire and Blood.
Cool. This could be bad.
Ooh, I love critical blow. So that's going to be 9.
Reroll.
Oh, you're right. Oh,
Like your reroll.
failure. Yeah. Scared me there for a second.
No.
All right, still 9.
9 on
9.
6s.
Yep.
Come on, be heroes.
Ugh.
Fine.
Ugh.
So just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Panic on a 6.
Yeah.
Really use the pillage. I'm good. Oof. Okay.
Okay, I gotta think for a second.
Let me before I might have a start of turn. 1 second. I do have a start of turn.
Oh, what? Sorry, I gotta think. What am I even thinking about right now? Okay, nothing in my hand. Oh yeah, I do have to think about that. No, I'm not doing anything. You
Okay.
go.
What is dead may never die. So I'll heal 3. 1+1 per rank.
Okay.
I was keeping it for when you killed me.
Try it. Yeah.
Instead, we're going to try and get some pillage. We will activate Theon's unit.
Okay.
And we will declare an attack.
Sure.
Before we resolve it, we heal 1. I'm going to play Kraken's Wrath. You become panicked because I have the bag, and I get precision and rerolls.
Okay.
These guys are 6 on 7. So you become panicked. Cool. 6 dice. Vicious precision rerolls. Nope. Sorry, there was 3. Sorry.
3. Just 3.
There was 3 and no 6s. So here, I'm just going to manually roll these
3
ones.
target 5.
And this is 3. So 5.
1.
Oh no,
2.
there's 2 more. I rolled 3 originally, and then I re-rolled because I had rerolls from Kraken's Wrath.
Oh, okay.
So
right.
just 2 more saves.
2 more saves. I'll just add those.
Yeah. Just I was just say if you just highlight over, that works. Currently, you're blocking 1, right?
Correct. I'll block. I'll take 3.
I will use the vulnerable.
All right. On my 2 saves. Or I'll put all these.
Yeah. Well,
Save.
blocked. Okay, and a panic at. Are you within short of corpse?
Nope.
No. So just at -2 from vicious.
-2, so an 8. No problem. I really need to pass this. We do.
I'll use the panic and re-roll the whole thing.
Yep.
You fail for 1, but I get to heal 2, and I will gain a pillage token. Now I need to decide if I'm going to retreat. No. Your dragon. I don't. Your dragon. Let me think. You would do D3 plus 1. I'd probably feel panic. No, I would rather my it's not die.
Oh boy. Starvane turn, I have an effect.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna do Dragon's Fight to cycle.
Cool. Oh yeah, because I gave it a nice cycle.
Uh, hmm, Drogon just has to attack.
Okay.
That's the only thing I can do.
2 dice.
Hmm. We're good.
Got it. I assume panicking them.
Correct.
For
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Panic now on a 7 because I got a pillage.
Yeah.
Fail for 2.
Yeah, keep the panic token. I won't get greedy.
Okay. Cool.
Starvane turn, I have an effect.
Okay, go ahead.
Blood the Dragon on my over here.
Okay.
My quest card.
I will just check something.
Go.
So that's actually a 2-up charge. The boss.
So you're 6. Doesn't this minus your 2/1 as well? So you're 5. So 1, 2. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
why.
good.
The bog is what's making it a 2-up. Otherwise, it would be auto.
Yep. You could fail that. I'd be very happy.
I could fail that. That would be bad
I think
for
it's my
me.
only path to victory. Then again,
1 second. Let me actually decide if that's what I want to do, or if I want. I could go with the knights right now.
yeah.
They could just auto. Oh no, because I need to get line of sight too. Let me see if it's even possible for them to get line of sight. Five. No, I don't think I'm gonna see you. Okay. Yeah, let's. I have first next turn, so you just have Krakars left?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, I'll activate here. Let me just set up
Okay.
the pivot. I will charge you.
All right.
I think this is a good route that I like. I will charge.
Nope.
Okay. You become vulnerable.
Yep.
So. I am weakened at least. 7 dice. Sundering. Would you like to weaken?
Yep.
Okay.
All those 6s.
The sixes don't do anything. I don't have.
Okay. Well,
So just 5.
5. 5 on 6s.
Yeah. No, you spent it.
I save 2. Spend it.
Yes, I'll spend it.
4.
4. 4. And then a panic at -3.
Wow. -3. Flank. Are you vicious as well, right?
Yeah, that's why -3. I don't
Yeah.
have my aura yet.
Ooh. I'm down to just Danny.
Just Danny. Okay. Cool. Your go.
I'll score a point with the cards. We've done it. Success. Great success.
Okay. I'm going to.
Maybe get involved in combat one day.
Oh, we will. I go first next turn. I'm going to activate here.
Okay.
I'm just going to charge Drogon in the front. Thank you.
4 dice.
Yeah.
Sundering.
I think you didn't block it.
Oh my god.
Okay, they're doing that weird sliding thing. Let me roll to see if I get good rerolls. I do. You control swords, not me.
Yeah.
And reroll the failure. And then would you like to weaken?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Yeah, you pump out weakens. 3 with sundering.
My third weakened token has done nothing this game.
Yeah,
Uh,
the dice have
3 round
seemingly
5.
chosen a side.
That's fine. I I can see the writing on the wall. This game is over. You have
Okay,
your overrun unit just waiting to go. I'll take 2 here.
cool. You auto pass panic.
Yeah.
Okay, my turn. I will activate the bowman.
Are they going to capture a heal point?
Oh
No
yeah,
way.
they're gonna heal. They're gonna capture a heal point. Go
Yeah.
right, like so. Also try and be able to shoot some people maybe. They're on it. Pick it up.
I'm discarding a card. Next turn. 3.
Done. Pick up the heal card. We each score 1 point.
All right.
Oh, you did it, and I will heal 3 here.
3.
And I will draw 3 new cards.
You're going to use. I guess I could prevent that.
1 second. Let me see if I have any start of turns before you declare start of turn. Okay. That's right. They have 2 pillage. I'm going to start of turn. Start of turn. I'm going to declare. What's it called? Divide the spoils on the bowman.
Sure.
And I'm going to move a pillage to here.
I mean, I have to Quake to stop Victarion from killing Dany just outright.
Okay, so you're using your Quace token, declaring.
Victarion's unit, yeah.
Okay. I will. I'm gonna activate. Drogon's still scary. He can murder things.
I'm starting to believe that.
I'm going to activate Theon,
Okay.
and I'm gonna play Blessed with Stone, Blessed with Steel. I'm gonna heal 4 wounds.
Yeah.
And then I will declare an attack against. I'm not likely to do much to Drogon. I will attack Dany. We'll just go for the 8 dice on 3s.
Yeah.
Just
5.
5.
5 on 5.
Mm-hmm.
Dead.
Point. Blood of the Dragon triggers on the Hrothgar. I will declare a retreat.
Okay.
Do I want to retreat? Let's see. Yeah, I'll retreat. I can. There's no way I'm going to be able to go to get out of an overrun. But that's fine. We're just going to go like so. Oh, actually, before you remove Dany, put the corpse pile.
No. I'm just going to concede. This is over.
Okay, that's yeah.
Yeah.
It's the dice
When
have been really
it happens. So
cruel.
the Jorah thing put me in the back foot, and then I started taking risks that just never panned out.
Yeah, like the Reapers just kept passing
Yeah.
their re-rolled 8
It
up
happens.
morales.
Good game. I'd definitely play you again, but this one's over. Like, this,
Yeah,
this unit's what's my comeback? This unit's going to destroy Drogon. Even with Fire Made Flesh, I can only do so much. Like, it's just I can't dish out enough damage versus your healing at this point.
yeah, and I have another We Do Not Sow in my hands.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, the healing objective plus drawing into Blessed with Stone, which usually isn't that
Yeah.
good, but it was just the one perfect timing for it. So
I really needed Dany to kill that unit just so she could not be charged.
yeah,
But once that happened, I knew it was over. Like I'm giving Victarion like complete reign in my flank. And having used Quake tokens to deal with the fact that Jorah died so early is just not good.
yeah. No, it was Jorah dying was just it was a huge tempo change.
Oh yeah. Well, like yeah, because then I had to play around your swords turn one, and that's not what I want to do when I've got a Dragon Bomb in my hand.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
oh well.
you had to use a Quaith token.
Just so I
Uh,
wouldn't lose a Dragon turn one as I Dragon Bomb.
yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
was it's funny in some ways because you took the bags and left the swords open. You did that
Well,
because
yeah, because the other
but it
because
was funny because if you had done the other way, if you had taken the swords, you might not have done it when the bags was just open. But I had a attack card in my hand, so then these
oh yeah,
guys would have just attacked Drogon and made it so you couldn't attack with swords at the start of your turn. So it was
use
funny
the
how that
Stealth
worked
Order.
out. Yeah, I used assault orders.
Yeah. So it
That's the
doesn't really
thing.
matter.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
This list so many is 4 attack his board cards, which
Yeah.
is just a lot.
Really good.
So
Yep.
well, thanks for the game. Sorry,
Thanks.
the dice also. I don't think any of your weekends did anything.
Nope. All my
And
weekends did nothing.
which
All my panic, nothing.
yeah, you had a lot of tokens.
Uh,
They just weren't effective.
correct. Yeah. Yep.
Uh, anyways, have a good one.
Oh, thank you. Enjoy the rest of the event, and I'll
Oh
hopefully
yeah,
play against you some other day.
for sure. I'm sure we can find a time.
Yeah.
If you're prepping for nationals and you want to just do like a practice game at some point, I'm happy to do it. So
I would love that, but like our schedules are hard to align. So if
that's
you're
true.
ever,
If I'm ever just up really late.
yeah.
Anyways, talk to
Yep.
you later.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Bye.
And for those watching, thanks for watching.
Oh yeah. Bye.
Okay, so we're gonna have a quick chat about how that game went, thoughts that I was having throughout the game, I guess, and thoughts on the game. Realistically, if you watch the game, my opponent had some pretty bad luck in there, and I had some pretty great luck. When your opponent's tokens never do anything, it's really a bad sign. Um, and yeah, so I'm just gonna walk through the game roughly. Repositioning and showing thoughts of why I did certain things and what I think my opponent was doing based on conversation I had during and after the game. So pretty straightforward. As I said in the beginning, when I was thinking about this game going into it, in the week leading up when I saw the matchup, I did not expect to be facing this list, so I hadn't really thought about it much. I recognize if he did play this list, I wouldn't have a lot of tokens, but he also doesn't have a lot of wounds on the table. I can have some pretty serious hitting power. That works it out. So when it came down to deployment, he has a lot of vicious. I know that a lot of his damage is going to come from those dragons, and their damage really comes from hoping to fail panic. So threw out some trees to cover both of the tokens. I also wanted to try and limit his ability to move if possible. Bogs still slow dragons on the charge, so I put it down. I don't know if it's the best idea. He put a stake over here again, similar to my opponent in the last game, putting down palisades. It's really a counter to Baelor. So running deployment, I immediately was like, cool. I know that I want to go towards the objective on the left, my left, which was a healing objective. If I can have that, which because I have more infantry, hopefully I can. This mission, having more ranks, or solos don't count as ranks essentially. So it's easier for me to keep it. Holding on to the objective, being able to heal up a bunch of wounds, really going to slow down the dragons, which sometimes don't have that hitting power. So if you watched the game and didn't just jump in at the end, you saw that pretty much immediately, my opponent took the horse, moved one of the two, I think it was Drogon, up a bit. I immediately took the crown and got lucky, and Jorah died. Right off the bat, that's a huge hit for my opponent. Going into this, he out activates me, so he could have stalled like my opponent last round, right? First 2 rounds I can pass tokens and we have same activations, but and then wait till the third round, then you actually out activate me. Especially in something like Feast of Crows, which scores slowly with only 2 objectives, that's a big advantage. But by losing Jorah immediately to a bad panic check, what it means is rather than doing that, oh sorry, that wasn't immediate. I took bag, put a panic on Jorah, and then he took horse, and then I crowns up. But by losing Jorah now, instead, we have the same number of activations, and I have pass tokens. This means that I can choose 2 turns where I just out-activate him, which we saw in the game. It also means that what was previously his plan was, Jorah comes, sits on this objective, scores a point a game. Unless I send someone to go deal with Jorah, he's just going to be doing that easy points, and he can focus all of his forces over on my left flank. What it meant then is that his Hrakkars in the game had to move over and sit on this objective to try and maintain score parity. So the first turn kind of evolved how you expect to see these go. My archers start moving up towards this objective. His brazen beasts also kind of start moving up, and his dragons move up carefully. We had the reapers moving up to be, but both of us were angling, being careful. He was being very cautious, especially the hedge knights having a very long charge distance and threat range. Same for me. My silenceman moved up, and he did notice, I guess, a gap in what I had, which is the Reapers were covering the silencemen, so that if you charge there, I could charge in. But what he noticed is Drogon could just come in here, charge into my Reapers. Now, because he had Quaithe, he could do this safely. I had left the zone open. He had chose to leave swords open instead of bags. It didn't matter for me because I had attack cards in my hand. But because he knew I had swords, he was able to Quaithe and say, well, if this unit does an action, I get to retreat or maneuver. Essentially what this means is if I declare an attack here with Theon, who took a dragon hit but made that panic, so he was something like that. What it means is rather than me being able to attack and retreat so he can't sword me at the top of the round, it means he can retreat. I don't get any heals from Aaron or anything like that. Now, because I had assault orders in hand, and maybe this is a mistake, I was able to charge Silenceman in here, do a ton of damage over here, and kind of change what he had to do at the top of his round. He, luckily, well, that was the plan. The plan was, okay, he's going to need to attack here or retreat here otherwise. He did have swift retreat, so was able to run away. Was that the right call? I'm not 100% sure. In hindsight, part of me thinks I should have attacked here, forced him to retreat. Again, not leaving swords open for him to attack. But then how we saw the game kind of progress, he, because he was down and was concerned, his dragons went in aggressively. My bowmen came up here. Silenceman came around, and we saw this kind of maneuver. The horses came away nearly dead. And my opponent, because part of it was he felt he was in need because I had the upper hand, and he felt he had to finish these guys before my silenceman came back around. He made this charge into them here and did nothing, right? In hindsight, this is probably a mistake, but it's hard to say. When you're getting into these positions of, when you're getting into these positions where you feel you're down, it can be really easy to feel you need to make these desperation plays quickly. I did out-activate him while I had those pass tokens, but if he didn't lose a unit, we would actually pretty quickly get back to on par for activations. And it maybe wasn't actually the best idea to make that desperation play so quickly. This game mode, as I was saying, scores slowly. Outside of that initial Jorah kill, I'd be getting a point here, he'd be getting a point here, and ultimately, then it could come down to the slugging out with these dragons. Now, Theon I think he was actually weaker than this. He was pretty close to death, so it wouldn't have been terrible to do it. It was a Hail Mary. If he had gotten this and killed them, realistically, if he kills them, next turn I'm just going to bring them back on with Baelor here, or like here or somewhere, right? Or what I was actually thinking that I might do with the dragons being, far away is actually just come on over here and, dealt with the Hrothgars, because a fully healed unit of Reapers, even without tokens, is going to deal with Hrothgars pretty easily. So, but instead, as we saw, he came in here, Silenceman came in here, essentially killed him. I was able to just heal Theon back up to like full pretty much, thanks to the healing objective and my cards. I can't remember the name of the card off the top of my head. The card that usually isn't very good, where you heal based off of number of ranks your opponent has destroyed, where it's pretty much he was able to just activate and heal for 4, kill them, and then my opponent resigned. So there was some really good dice luck on my part here. There was some bad luck on my opponent. What could he have done differently? I very much stuck to my plan that I had discussed in the intro, which was, going into this fight, hold an objective, and then, if I can, where I have opportunities, kill. If I can get a lucky panic test kill on Jorah, it's not something I'm going to particularly go for. Realistically, was it the best idea to go for? I think so. Like normally, crown is not something I go for quickly, but in that situation, I didn't have a need for a sword. I didn't have a need for a bag at that time. I had priority, so I want to be taking a zone. I don't want to be passing and letting him use all his NCUs, or letting him at least put them all down. So, I'm not going to throw out weaken. Like the weakens aren't super useful in this, so I might as well, when I'm taking cards at the beginning, put out that panic, expecting maybe he does take the bag, maybe he takes the crown, so I can't crown zap Jorah. But realistically, it was a might as well go for it, right? It's not great odds, but if I can do it, or if I can chip a wound, now he needs to be spending healing on Jorah instead of other units, it might be worth it. And it was, bags and swords weren't doing anything for me. But I did get lucky. Other than that, I stuck to my goal, which was just stick to a side, guard that side, score that point, and then just get ready to kill anything that comes in. So, because we both had the same number of points in NCUs, assuming this Jorah thing happened, he couldn't have won off points on field. So, eventually, if we didn't want to just draw, somebody would have had to attack, but I could have, again, kept chipping and trying to kill Jorah. So, the tempo of losing Jorah was a big deal, made it so he had to come to me, we had to have this dance, he had to engage, we had to fight, and lost, ultimately. What could he have done differently? I think, from my perspective, he did have an uphill battle, but I think what he should have done is not gone in so aggressively so quickly. I think throwing the Brazen Beasts in, hoping to finish off Theon, was a gamble that wasn't needed. Realistically speaking, with the Hedge Knights so weak, if he had just waited a bit, Rhaegal could have gotten a kill on them, probably could have set it up in a way that Rhaegal could have gotten a kill, and if he could draw overrun into the Reapers. Is that going to save him the game? Maybe, maybe not. Killing the Hedge Knights is huge because they can't be respawned. If he can kill the Hedge Knights and the Reapers, that's 2 points. I now need to burn Baelor, and it's probably a different game. The Silence Men aren't in this, aren't right in here where they're in charge range of the dragons. Instead, they're still back here, watching over the Brazen Beasts over here, right? Like that's the situation instead. Now, does he eventually lose Dragon there? Maybe. Maybe not. It really comes down, then it comes a bit down to more to dice. If he can get his Fire Made Flesh again to help prevent me from actually doing real damage to the dragons, then, maybe he survives. Maybe he can do enough damage here before the Silence Men get back in. And now we have a fight on our hands. Now he's scoring a point, I'm scoring a point, but now he's, if he's wiped 2 of these units, even with the Reapers coming back, now our points are back on par. We're back to this. They're back on par, and now he actually has points on field advantage, right? So if he kills here, and the Reapers have to respawn to come back, kill points, he's killed 2, I have killed 1, so he's up on points. And on top of that, now between these units, he has more points on field remaining than I do. He's lost just Jorah. I've lost an 8-point unit of cavalry. So if he had focused more on that instead, he could have brought it back. Possibly. Again, the dice weren't in his favor. Can't blame him for doing what he did. In those situations, it's really stressful. But I think, if we're looking at it from, armchair quarterbacking, what could we do differently? I think it's a matter of patience here. I think it's trying to keep the Brazen Beasts out of the fight because they let the Silencemen come in, letting the dragons try and do their work, and then, where possible, especially if the dragons are engaged, instead of using their activation to attack, trying to get the card that allows them to use Dany's activation to make those additional attacks. That, I think, is where there is a road to recovery, a road to victory, rather than making those rushing in plays. But again, it's armchair quarterbacking. It's a hard situation. The dice may have not let that happen, but ultimately, it's a good game. It's a very interesting game, and I hope you enjoyed watching.